will be the leader of the opposition in the new parliament? While many may assume that the UWP's political leader Alan Chasney will automatically assume the role, the outcome of the recently held election has created a unique and somewhat curious arrangement as it relates to the configuration of parliament. The SLP gained a decisive majority, winning 13 out of 17 seats, while the UWP won 2 seats. However, it is important to note that the victories of 2 independent candidates, Richard Frederick and Stephenson King, must also be factored into the equation. To understand why, we must turn to the Constitution of Saint Lucia, which explicitly states that the appointment of an opposition leader is done by the Governor-General. Chapter 4, Section 67 of the Constitution specifies that the Governor-General shall appoint the member of the House who appears most likely to command the support of a majority of the members of the House who do not support the government. The section goes further, noting that if no member appears to command that support, the Governor-General must now turn to the member who appears to command the support of the largest single group of members of the House who do not support the government. Now, in the previous parliament, the decision would be clear, given that the SLP held all of the 6 seats which the UWP lost and that Philip J. Pierre was political leader. This time around, however, we find ourselves in a situation where 2 separate groups hold the 4 seats not captured by the winning party. On the one side is Alan Chasney and Bradley Felix, who both ran on UWP tickets. On the other side are the 2 independents, Richard Frederick and Stephenson King. Interestingly enough, the parliamentary opposition is defined not in terms of political parties, but rather as those members in the House who do not support the government. The question now remains, will both Richard Frederick and Stephenson King officially lend their support to the Philip J. Pierre-led government? Or will one or both of the former UWP members form the opposition alongside Bradley Felix and Alan Chasney? If so, which of these 4 men will appear to command the support required to be appointed opposition leader? Since King and Frederick announced their independent candidacies, questions have been swirling about what role, if any, they will play in the new administration. On election night, both men were questioned about their futures in an SLP-led government.
I will now collaborate with the Saint Lucia Labour Party once they want me to bring a better standard of living to the people of this country. There is no doubt about that.
Richard must have spoken to the Labour Party already. I've not spoken to the Labour Party yet. I'm there for good governance. I'm there for good government. I'm there to ensure that the agenda of the people is met. And once the agenda syncs with mine, I'm prepared to work with anybody willing and ready to serve the people and not rule the people.
As it stands, many are anxiously awaiting the swearing-in of the new cabinet of ministers slated for Thursday. Speculation continues to grow as to whether Frederick, King, or both will be designated any portfolios within the new SLP administration. I probed Philip J. Pierre about this possibility just 1 day after his party's victory. Is there space for King and Frederick in your administration, and if so, in what capacity?
I have not thought about the composition of my cabinet. When I do so, you will surely know.
But is the SLP willing to join forces with them?
I said before, strategy and tactics.
For Choice News Now, Amani Matre reporting.